Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Watch or From's video. In today's video, I'm going to show you my team that I used to beat Gear Dungeons 1 on stage 6, right? This is a really early account, right? It's like 50 something days in. It's a fully free to play account, and I managed to beat stage 6 without having any anti-healing hero. You heard that right, without having any anti-healing hero. I did manage to squeeze myself to do stage 6. Now, I've done this like 10 days ago, actually, right? When the 3-to-play challenge was still going on. And you know what? I said, this is the perfect time to make a video on it. There's still like 5 days till the Gear Dungeons reset. So today I'm going to go over this one, right? Stage 6. And then tomorrow I'm going to show you Gear Dungeon 2. Maybe I can manage to beat stage 6, but if not, I'm just going to show you stage 5. Now, the cool thing about this one is the fact that it doesn't use some obscene gear, some obscene heroes, right? Again, it's just going to be a few key ones that you care about. So I'm going to try and replicate, right? Do it right now and see if I get the RNG. If not, I'm going to show you the recording because I just recorded like a few minutes ago to use this. But first of all, what I'm using is Contest team with Nairo because he's the only one that I have as a Lord. Then Hollow, Vierna, she's kind of like the key one in order for me to cover like the bottom side. Then we have Greed because Greed's role is pretty important with specifically with that slow that he brings, right? That's going to be really important to keep in mind. Then Ajax as my other damage dealer, which you know what? You don't necessarily need Ajax, right? With whoever's your next strongest mage, you're going to be using at the top, which I'm going to show you. Then at the bottom, I'm using Isolde, Oleg as my tank, Vortex as another healer, Dolores for boosting, and then just Baron as another backup. But you know what? Baron could be replaced maybe with somebody like a Laurel if you need it, right? Because I don't really use Baron, but it kind of works. Now, let me quickly show you how I do the placements, and then obviously at the end, we're going to show the builds. Now, one really important thing is you kind of want to try and get those invigorations on people so you get that extra attack. You're going to see that I'm not placing anything up until the boss does the first smack, and then they start walking down here, right? As soon as that happens, place Vierna over here, then straight up Vortex to give invigoration to Vierna, and then my tank. Because if you leave a few seconds right before you place somebody, the boss is going to attack. You're going to see that she attacks Oleg, and if that happens on your, squishy platform people, you're going to be dying. As soon as Greed's available, I place him. Now, the way that this one works is obviously you want to have Vierna's ultimate ready as soon as possible. She's going to be ready. But now when they start coming over here, Greed's going to help a ton because he's going to be the one slowing them down a bit, plus adding that magic resistance reduction. As soon as you have, As soon as you have the cost, you place Hollow over here because you want to restore that rage regen. If you have Elowen, obviously you're going to use Elowen because she does a full board. Now you're going to see that I'm placing Hollow, and then as soon as I started it going faster, even now I think I can just pop Vienna and execute them, and they're pretty much dead, right? Now, as soon as I'm going to have, like I said, Hollow's ultimate ready, I'm going to proc it because I need to get my Vierna's ultimate fast so we can cover the second wave. Because the way that these waves, let me move myself over here. The way that these waves go is like they come pretty fast, right? They come just pretty fast, back to back, 2 of them at least. Then as soon as this happens, I place Ajax at the top, and then Dolores, even though she's not going to be boosting Ajax, it still works. Now this one should be a lot easier, right? Because you're going to see again slow from Greed, plus the extra damage, plus reducing their magic resistance. And then as soon as I have my Vierna's ultimate, I proc it, and boom, execute again. Now at the top, you're going to place your tank. I'm placing my Isolde over here, right, as back as I possibly can, because Ajax is going to cover all of this, and over here, Isolde is still covered by Hollow, right? You're going to see she's still covered, so that's good. Now, again, over here, when they start moving, I pop Dolores, and then I use my Ajax to slowly start killing them. As you see, they're dead. There we go. Now, the quirky, tricky thing is, at a certain point during the fight, which makes it a little bit tricky, but it still kind of worked, is you have these archers that keep coming over here, and they do a ton of damage, right? They do a ton of damage, and you want to try and keep them alive. You're going to see, luckily I got the shield there, but if you don't, if he hits and the boss hits at the same time, it's pretty much GG. Now let me pop Hollow because I kind of forgot about her. But the thing that's going to make it tricky is you're going to see now is there's going to be an archer coming from here, which kind of takes the aggro off of the waves at the bottom. You pop Dolores at the top. Obviously, as soon as they start moving, use Ajax so you can kill these as soon as possible, right? I might have bad RNG where I don't quite kill a couple of these, as you can saw, but it is what it is. I'm still doing fine, right? They're still covering. My Isolde's still surviving. This is the aggro I'm talking, right? Because that happens, She's grid staking the aggro, and it's a bit tricky to try and kill them, but because of the slow, I still think Vienna had good enough damage to still execute them, you see? Now that was a bit tricky, but guess what? We have a backup tank over there in Baron. So in this situation, it kind of helped. Now I kind of missed the, I kind of missed the rotation at the top by not using Ajax's ultimate at the right time, and because of that, you saw we didn't quite kill them, right? So that's a bit tricky, but you kind of see that we're almost there, right? We're almost there. That was just a little bit of bad RNG. You see that the bottom is pretty much easy, right? It's like we're done. They passed through. That was a bit of bad luck, but let me run this again, maybe with a little bit less explanation. Go on 2x speed and see if I can just do it again. Because, again, these types of stages, sometimes you need that little bit of RNG, right? You need the right timings to do the right skills and all of that. You can also see that I have no power of dominance, right? There's no extra boost over here at the top. I'm doing this without the power of dominance. It's just, specific builds that you're going to need. And in this situation, because if you don't have any anti-healing, you kind of need some strong damage dealers or somebody like a Vierna that brings that execute, as I mentioned, right? So Vierna is kind of like the key one. She's the one that makes it easy, because if she does good enough damage, after she procs the ultimate, if they're left with 35% HP or less, they just die, right? She just procs that execute, and then it's pretty much GG, right? That's the way it goes. Again, hollow at the top to start boosting the rage. Honestly, I think I can already proc my Vierna. There we go. Everybody's dead. Boss keeps doing that hit. As soon as hollow's ready, just proc that, because every time she procs the ultimate, if you have, I think, Awakening 1, she's going to boost the rage region. Actually, no, you don't need Awakened 1. Just need to boost that rage region. You see that? Okay, as soon as that hit procs, I put this. You're going to see this one's going to be a bit easy. Again, as soon as Vierna's ready, just go execute. Boom. Place my Isol at the top, and now this time it should be, I think, a little bit better, right? Unless I missed the mark again. Come on, let's see. Did I miss them? Maybe I missed the mark, because you kind of want to place them at the right time, right? Because if you don't place them at the right time, they start... Okay, there we go. We got lucky. But if you don't place them at the right time, you don't get enough rage regen, so you can do your skills at the time that you want. Okay, my greed died, but you know what? Even with greed dying, I do have enough damage for my Vierna to pretty much kill them. Again, you see at the top, as soon as I have Dolores, I proc Dolores, start doing that hit. Now, you're seeing that I'm not quite using Hollow's ultimate yet. I'm waiting because I'm gonna need it for the second time over here. Come on, Vierna, do some damage. And then now execute, boom, we're dead. And now I can proc Hollow, so we can come back to the second ultimate of Hollow for these waves. You see, there's like 2 waves. They come pretty fast, right, back to back, and then there's another one, then you have a little bit of a cooldown period, so to say, right, where you can relax a bit, and then they come again. But you see, I had my greed back just in time. This one should be okay, and there we go, that one's dead, and pretty much that's it. Right now, the top one we should be just fine, because they're slowly gonna be killed, and I'm gonna have Dolores' ultimate ready anyway. And then that's gonna be GG. Now the key thing obviously for this dungeon is you gotta keep in mind they start healing, but how do they actually heal? The way that the units come here and down, and the way that they heal is every time they attack. So your goal is to try and slow them down, keep them from getting to your target, keep them from getting to hit your tanks, because as soon as they start hitting your tanks, they're gonna start healing, and then you're gonna have a problem, because as soon as they start healing, if you don't have enough burst damage, right, or if you don't bring the anti-healing, you're gonna have a problem to killing them. You're gonna see damage. The best damage is gonna come from Vierna, second the Ajax, and then a little bit from greed. Now I guess let's go and have a look at the builds, right? Because the builds are going to be something that you're going to care about. You're going to want to see what stats you need and all that. So let's start with Hollow. She's just straight up built in my guild boss build, right? Rage regen, attack speed over here, and then attack bonus. Attack speed as much as I could get her. Some attack, you're going to see total stats, almost 10k attack, 483 attack speed, and then some rage regen. Then she's Awakened 3, and then Artifact, she's running Euphoric Orb. So that's Hollow, pretty straightforward. Then I guess let's look at the main damage dealer in Vierna. She's fully skilled up. She's running a Soulbound Arcana plus a Calamity. Her total stats are going to be 14k attack, 322 crit damage, 100% crit rate. You don't care about attack speed because Vierna's basic attack cannot be enhanced by attack speed. If you did not know that, just read it. It says attack speed bonuses does not affect basic attack. So definitely keep that in mind. But you know what? This is what you need. You kind of need, at least that 13,500, 14,000 attack plus, you know, 300 crit damage in order to do that solid damage. Otherwise, it's going to be a bit tricky. And getting Soulbound Arcana makes it good because after 5 ultimates are cast, she gets 50% more damage, which obviously is going to help us. No Awakening, and then she has Tear of Twilight. Just a basic level 10 one, not ascended, so that's what I have. Then if you look at Greed, Greed's gonna have a Tome of Horror. It's not that important. Greed does not bring us that much damage. As you noticed, he's mostly there to slow them down at the right time and bring that magic defense, magic resistance reduction, okay? I do have him A5. You kind of want him A5 so he guarantees to place that slow when he does his ultimate. Otherwise, it's RNG, so definitely keep that in mind. He's fully skilled up, and then his build, he's running Soulbound Arcana and Calamity again. Total stats, you're gonna see a lot lower attack, 11,000 attack, 282 crit damage, almost 100% crit rate, but again, his priority is not to do damage but to slow them down. Now, Ajax as my other mage, Soulbound Arcana and Annihilating Might, he's 15k attack, 271 crit damage, 100% crit rate, Artifact, another Tear of Twilight, he does have a leveled up one, and then I did get him Awakened one that gives him a bit more crit damage, but I don't really think you need it. It's just, as long as you have the strong enough build, right, where again, you get over that 14,000 attack, over that, preferably with like, you know, 300% crit damage, then you're gonna be good to go. Next one in the team is all just straight up as my Lord and a tank, Guardian plus the, what's it called, the Immortal Warrior set. You can see Assault 82k HP, 5.8k defense, Awakened one, some no skill ups, actually didn't even put any skill ups, and then Artifact, Regal Crest, which obviously you would prefer to maybe have the Bastion ring to block more, but it worked just fine. Oleg, same principle, you'd prefer to have Bastion rank, but I've Goddess Grace, because, I don't know, I just keep swapping stuff around, and I forget to swap it again, but this one worked. He's Awakened 4, he's fully skilled up, and then again, Guardian plus Life set, his total stats, 85k HP, 4.6k defense. Then Vortex, you're gonna see Vortex is gonna be an Invigoration, because he's the one that kind of gives us that extra 10% attack, right? 10% attack for Vierna. That's why I place Vierna, Vortex, and then my tank, so that I guarantee that that Invigoration buff is gonna go on Vierna, otherwise it can be RNG. It doesn't sound like a lot, but you know what? 10% attack can be a massive help, and definitely want to get this on your Vortex. He's running at 33k HP, then 429 attack speed, and that's all you care about, right? You want it to have high HP, Invigoration with good attack speed, so he heals up, and then you're good to go. He's almost fully skilled up, even though I didn't have him skilled up at all when I did it first. Then he's Awakened one, and then Artifact, he just has a random mythic artifact to give him more HP. Then next one, Dolores, obviously Invigoration again with Calamity, as much attack as possible on her. 12.7k attack, and that's all you care about, right? That's all you care about. That's where you can see she has attack bonus, and then flat attack. She's Awakened 5, fully skilled up, and then she also has Golden Scarab. Again, when I beat this stage, she didn't have Golden Scarab. I think I had a level 25 Keen Wisdom on her, so it's not mandatory, right? You don't necessarily need Golden Scarab to do it. It's just, you know, anyone that gives her enough attack to be boosting when she does the inspiration. For Ajax, you even saw that even though I have Invigoration on her, because the way that I placed them, she did not quite cast the, right, she did not put Invigoration on Ajax, it just went on Hollow, so it wasn't mandatory at the top. So imagine that if you have another damage dealer that's maybe a little bit less than Ajax, if you do put that Invigoration, you would just swap around Hollow and Dolores placement, you should have enough damage to kill it. And then last one, just Baron as another tank at the end, same principle, Guardian plus, I don't even know why I have Whirlwind. I guess this was, I think this is actually my Lydian's build for Titanic Ruins. You can see he's pretty, you know, just meh. Nothing important on him. But yeah, that's the team, right? I think I'm honestly pretty proud of myself to beat Gear Dungeon 1 on stage 6, which is extremely difficult, right? Without any anti-healing, with an account that was 45 days old when I did it, fully free to play. And you know what, I said this is a perfect time to make a video, share it with you guys, it might give you ideas, it might help you progress with this yourself. But yeah, yes, we're gonna leave it at this for today, guys. Thank you for watching. As always, if you do enjoy my content, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel to see when I upload next, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye, guys.
Hell hath no fury like a mother's